What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to the Anime Plus podcast. This is your podcast for everything anime and anime related. And today's episode is another news edition episode where we go over this week's anime and manga, sometimes entertainment, sometimes other cool news in this episode. And if this is your first time here, I'm your boy A-Ray, and I'm with my co-host Owen. Owen, how are you doing, bro?
No, I'm doing amazing, brother. Just honestly, Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon now, but I slept a very long time, so I feel super refreshed right now, and I'm ready to get right into the news.
Sir.
So
So I think it's only fitting that we should start off with a huge announcement. Us at Anime Plus have officially teamed up with Geek Freaks Network. They're a podcast network that do a lot more than just podcasting. They're a community for a bunch of different fandoms for anything from like Marvel, DC. They have a Disney podcast, and they have a bunch of other cool podcasts in there too, Star Trek, and so on and so forth. So we're officially joining that podcast network. We'll put like links in the descriptions so you can check out the other podcasts and other cool things like that. But if you go over to the website, you can see that we're including in their podcast, as well as there's like a cool little article about us. So we really appreciate that. But nonetheless, if you guys have been following us or if you guys are, quote unquote listeners of us, nothing really will change other than our quality will get a lot better. We'll get a lot of cool hosts from other podcasts onto ours, and we'll be on their podcasts as well. But other than that, our quality will go up, our content will definitely be better, but nothing aside from our regular things will change. So definitely a great, huge announcement for us.
no, yeah. I mean, we also just did our first podcast with them. So if you do want to go check that out, we'll leave that in the description. It was a quick little interview between uh their podcast and our podcast essentially. And if you want to get to know us on like a deeper level, he was asking those type of questions. So yeah, if you are a new listener, I know in the beginning, in the very beginning, we kind of probably went over those. And if you're a long time viewer, you probably know all the answers or know about us to that degree. But if you do want to, get to know us at a deeper level, definitely go check out that podcast. Uh, and yeah, bro, it was a nice podcast, exciting. It was great meeting the guys over there, and definitely excited to get stuff rolling.
So shout out to Geek Freaks Network.
Yeah.
All right, let's start off with a new piece of news. This one's actually really cool. Y'all already know how we like to start off with cool or like weird facts or interesting stories. So first off, we got so there. All right, let me backtrack this. There is a store that is certified Guinness World Record certified as the largest anime store in the world. They've officially named that entire street Animate Street.
Sheesh. And where is this?
This is in Tokyo, Toshima Ward.
God damn! Holy shit! The building itself looks insane. It looks huge. It says "Animate" all over the top of the building. This looks like a big New York City building. If you ask me. Do we know how many floors or anything like that? Do we know any details?
I couldn't really find anything exactly like how big it is, but I mean, just looking at this, and then they have a picture of like the entire, I guess this is called a ward in Japan. That entire section is all just stores on top of stores. And of course, they're all anime and manga related.
Bro, getting a little off topic, but have you ever seen China's infrastructure where they're like, there's different floors of the street? Like, it's pretty crazy. It's like, uh, to get to like this place, you have to be on this floor. To get to that place, you have to be on this floor. It's like, and cars are on this floor, pedestrians are on the top floor. It's so weird, but China's infrastructure is wild. I do want to go definitely visit China, Japan. I feel like the US has very similar, like very not similar, but it's the same everywhere you go in the US, right? It's just flat ground or mountains or whatever. But the way roads and everything are built, it's pretty much the same. Even New York City, if you go to like places like Chicago or like LA, whatever, right? It's all the same. But in China, it's like there's literally different elevations of where you can walk and where like places are. I do want to experience that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, have you ever heard of Kowloon before?
No, I haven't.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to my boy Luke. Yeah, we gotta link him to later on. We gotta have him on. He's a big Asian culture guy. But he was telling me about this city in China, or I guess it's in Hong Kong, and it's called Kowloon, and it's just like they keep building upon each other, on top of each other. So like it goes for stories high, it's super unstable, it's crazy. The people on the bottom can't even see the sunlight. It's that crazy. There's actually an anime coming out next season called Kowloon Romance or Kowloon Generic Romance. So we'll talk about it more then, I guess. But if you have free time, definitely check it out. On it's really interesting. It's just like layers on top of layers. It's really cool.
I think I saw like a YouTube video of like walkthrough of it, and it was kind of insane. Like, and I think that's what we're talking about. I don't know if that's the exact thing, but yeah, some areas look like they're fully underground, even though they're not underground, which is
Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, if you guys are planning to go to Japan or anything like that, or just want to, see the biggest uh anime store ever, called Anime Street, like it's on Animate Street. Definitely go check it out. It looks crazy to me.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
Yep.
All right, bro. This is hype, bro, because we've been waiting for this one for a minute. Frieren season 2 is officially gonna air in the beginning of 2026 in January.
Sheesh, bro. I need to catch up to I need to watch Free Aaron, bro, because I've just heard too many things about Free Aaron, and honestly, yo, is Free Aaron on Netflix?
It is on Netflix. It just got added a couple days ago.
Alright, perfect. That's gonna be my next anime. Uh,
Okay. I want to know your opinions on it because it's not your typical battle shonen. It's very different than that.
yeah, I mean, you're the one who got me out of my battle shonen shell. So, um, I mean, everything you've put me on so far has been elite. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely down to watch this. Have you watched it?
I watched the first season. Yeah, it was great.
What was your thoughts? A little about the plot line and thoughts.
Yeah, so this is like after a giant war, and then they're just all kind of chilling. So the main character, Frieren, she's an elf and she lives a lot longer than humans. So like the people that she defeated, the Magic King or Demon Lord, I forget what it was called. The people she defeated that guy with, they're all basically old or passed away. So just kind of her realizing like, yo, human life is so short. She takes on a couple of apprentices of those teammates that she had, and it's just kind of like a chill anime, you know what I mean? But like it gets a little deep.
Yeah, it's like a sad anime, kind of.
Yeah, it's got like those type of vibes, and they're just kind of like adventuring in the giant world and shit like that. It's a vibe.
I mean, I can definitely see that since like one person lives very long, and then the rest of the people around that person are kind of accelerating through life in their eyes. It's kind of sad to see like people come and go while you're just there. So
Exactly.
that's the dilemma of like the elixir of life. You know what I mean? Living forever. That's always the sad part where you see a lot of your friends and people that you made great connections and relationships with that just come and go. It's kind of similar in like Vampire Diaries, where like vampires they live tremendously long, and
Mhm.
you start building connections with these humans, and then these humans eventually die, and it's like it's a very sad thing. But that just makes a very good storyline. So I'm definitely gonna tune into this tonight.
All right, word. All right, let's move on to the next one. All
Yep.
right, bro, Demon Slayer news. All right, huge, huge controversial topic over here. You know, we all know Owen's thoughts on it, on Demon Slayer, and
I'm not a hater, but like I just don't see the hype. Okay, that's it. That's it. Like
but
I don't
still,
hate on this shit. Let's not let's not bring it that far. I don't hate on this shit.
but
I just
nonetheless,
too many people like it for no reason. That's it.
but your thoughts on the whole movie situation is another thing though.
Okay, yeah. That I hate. That I'm a hater for sure.
Okay, so here's a little bit of an update. So we found out that the movie is airing in Japan. I believe it was July, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it was July, right? So we found out the movie's coming out in July, the first movie of the trilogy. We just got word of when it's coming to the US and Canada, and that's going to be September 12th. So this is going to be with dub and with English subtitles. So you can watch it in theater then. We don't know when it's going to come to streaming services. We can only assume it's going to be a decent amount later on, which kind of sucks because, spoil nature, TikTok, you can see a lot of different leaks and stuff like that. So if you're like me and you're going to not watch it in theaters, kind of sucks.
You're watching it in theaters?
Nah, I ain't gonna watch in theaters. I'm saying if you're not like me and you're gonna watch it at home, or I guess if you are like me, you're gonna watch it at home, you're probably gonna get spoiled a little bit.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm thinking that since we both watch it in Japanese anyways,
Hmm.
we'll be able to watch it before it comes to the US.
Well, it's not gonna have subtitles. That's the problem.
Damn, bro. There's no AI generated subtitles out
I'm
here?
I'm sure you can get like leaks and stuff like that, or it pirated, but you're never gonna get it with full quality. Because remember, it's gonna be movie quality. You're not gonna get it with full quality and legally.
I feel like there's gonna be one of these
Yeah.
Demon Slayer nerds are just gonna freaking they're gonna they're gonna somehow be able to get it and then they'll like AI generate the freaking subtitles or there's gonna be some translator or something. I feel like we'll be able to get it early. But again, like July, August, September, it's only 2 months. So it's not even that big of a deal.
Not bad, yeah. And it depends where you are too, because like if you're in like for example, Philippines or like Indonesia, Pakistan, you're gonna get it in August, bro. But like if you're in the US or even like there's a bunch of different countries like well, and I'll link all this in the description. They're all getting it in September. So it just depends where you are, which kind of sucks, but some
We're
people
getting
are gonna
it
get it
the
before others.
We're getting it the latest.
Now I think Austria, so the German speaking countries are getting it last. They're getting it September 25th.
And we're getting it in where?
September 12th.
That's not even that big of a difference. You're telling me Pakistan's getting it before us?
I guess so, bro.
The hell is this?
They're getting it a month before us.
The hell? What? So wait, they're getting an Urdu version before we're getting an English version?
Exactly.
What? Wouldn't you assume that most people watch it in English?
Yeah.
What the hell is going on? I don't know. Maybe a lot of maybe there's a lot of Hindi viewers. You know?
Yeah, bro. I couldn't tell you, bro. This is crazy though. Like it's not really that consistent, but it is what it is, At least at the very least, I'd say 2 months isn't as bad as I would have assumed before. 'Cause, like I was thinking like end of 2025. I was thinking like December. So September is not too bad.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm dragging the shit out of the situation because it's only a couple weeks, so don't even worry about it. Um, just stay off Demon Slayer TikTok until then because somebody from Japan is definitely spoiling that shit. And then the hardcore people that just like information are definitely gonna watch that shit, regardless. So I would say just stay off social media, and you'll be fine.
There. Let's move on to the next one. Some more Demon Slayer news with this one. Demon Slayer is collabing with MLB. Not exactly sure what it is, but they basically had like a small little video of like all these major baseball players doing like breathing techniques. So I don't know if you've seen that one. It was really cool. Obviously, most of the players were Japanese because, first of all, baseball is huge in Japan. So you obviously got Shohei Ohtani, and you got a couple other guys. So those dudes were doing like breathing techniques in animated form. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, freaking everyone trying to get on the anime wave, bro. It's just a matter of time. You know what I mean? Um, we had the One Piece. We're having the One Piece Red Sox collab, One Piece Lakers collab. Now we have Demon Slayer X MLB as a whole. That's pretty sick. Um, when is this happening?
They haven't really. I don't know if they're gonna do like anything extra, but they're saying that more info will come on March 6th, which is actually a couple of days ago, so it should have come out now.
Yeah. Um, is there any merch or anything like that? Anyone's
Dude,
looking
that would
out
be
for?
sick, because I would definitely buy like MLB merch is like, in my opinion, is one of the best merch. Like, I don't even like baseball like that, but the merch possibilities are sick.
Bro, have you seen like those baseball shirts, the Akatsuki baseball shirts, and
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I see them all the time in like small animation stores and stuff like that.
bro, I'm not gonna lie, those anime Akatsuki, like those baseball Akatsuki shirts are one of the sickest pieces of merch you can get. Like it's actually sick.
Mhm. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Yep.
All right, some Haikyū news, bro. This one's a little bit of a weird one. So we know that Haikyū was ending with two movies. The first movie aired last year. We got English version, blah blah blah. The second one, the sequel has been confirmed, which is weird because we already knew that it was confirmed. But they also announced that they're gonna do like a new TV short. So we don't know if it's gonna be the movie and then the TV short ends the entire series, or if this is just like a filler type of thing. They haven't really given us too much information on that, but we know at the very least that we are still going to get like a small little TV short after the movie airs.
So they already had one movie, right? That was part one of the finale,
Yep.
and then this next movie is probably gonna be part two.
Exactly.
Okay. And I don't know. From what it seems, the short is gonna be like either it's gonna be a prologue. I think that's what you call it. Like
Epilogue.
that epilogue is the stuff that happens like 10 years later.
I think epilogue's the ending, no?
Like what's that? Like you know how in certain movies or like shows they show like stuff that'll happen in the future.
Yeah, that's the epilogue, no?
Okay, yeah. So it'll probably like from what I'm assuming it'll probably be either that or filler, realistically.
Yeah. So just to kind of piggyback off this and compare it to Demon Slayer. So again, Demon Slayer, the Castle Infinity arc has been confirmed to be three movies, a trilogy. There's technically one more arc after it, which is the epilogue. It's the sundown or sunrise arc or something like that. So that specific arc, it hasn't been confirmed whether that's going to be part of the movie trilogy or if that's going to get like a TV short like this, which, or maybe it could get a whole new movie. So it's just kind of something to keep an eye on. So if Haikyū, for example, finishes their series off with a TV short, maybe like an episode or two, it's not out of the realm of possibility that Demon Slayer will do the same. Just something to keep an eye out on.
Yeah, I mean, still against this movie bullshit, but it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Yep.
All right, bro. We already know how big Godzilla is in Japan. Not only does it have like a bunch of movies, has a couple of animated projects, but now we're getting a new manga series.
For Godzilla, bro?
Yeah.
A manga series for Godzilla, bro. How many Godzilla like pieces of entertainment do we have?
Bro, that's what I was
Uh,
saying. Like Godzilla's huge in Japan, bro.
Really? Damn. I
It
honestly didn't
originated.
know. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Um, they have comics of it, right?
I'm sure they do. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm pretty sure they have comics of it. Um, I mean that's easily transferable to manga, but there's so like what's the story now? Like what's going on? I need like there's so many different Godzillas that like what is the premise of the story?
Bro,
Do
honestly, bro, I could not tell you because as like isn't Godzilla like a freak lab incident accident?
yeah.
Are all the
I, I
Godzillas here?
watched I watched Godzilla versus Kong. That shit was sick. It's just sick seeing all that stuff being like um show like I don't know if manga is gonna do it justice. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'd only watch Godzilla versus Kong because of like the movie, because of the way it's like not animated but produced. It's like so crazy. Like the CGI and everything that goes into it. It's an experience and a half. But I don't know, manga, like you don't get that same experience in terms of like moving. Like that's why I don't read manga in general. But I don't know. Let's see if they make the storyline like that good.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. It comes out in May 27th, so I probably I probably won't look into it realistically, but if it pops off, then I might keep an eye. Because honestly, bro, I have zero idea anything regarding Godzilla.
Yeah, me either. Like I'm not really the biggest Godzilla fan. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, some PlayStation news here, bro. So I got an email the other day saying that they had like a beta program for testing future games on PS5 and like apps and features and things like that. Obviously, I had to sign up, but basically that's what this article is about. Beta program
Beta program for what?
for PlayStation 5.
Huh? What is
They're
that?
you're able to test like future games, new apps or and features on PS5.
Damn. Okay. And is is there any incentive that they're giving, or is it just like you'll be able to test it?
I think it's just for the hell of it, bro. I
Ah,
signed up. I was like, oh shit, bro. Maybe I can play like some new.
yeah. I mean, the incentive here is basically being able to play stuff before anybody else gets to play it, which is pretty hype. Um, yeah, okay. I mean, if you guys are, uh, or do own a PS5, definitely go sign up for this because it does seem pretty hype, being able to play games before anybody else. Um, how does that work though? Like, is it first come first served or?
Yeah, so there's gonna be a bunch of registered participants, and not everyone will get selected, right? And then those that do get selected, they have the opportunity to participate or not.
Okay.
But again, this we don't really know exactly what it's going to be. My guess is it's going to be access to like beta access to certain games. You know, they be doing that every once in a while. Like, oh, this game is having a beta open for a month. You get to play it. Maybe it's just certain people that can play it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. I get you. So people that sign up for this will be able to essentially do that. But yeah, if you guys are, PlayStation users, definitely go sign up for this. It's pretty hype. And yeah, I mean, you can sign up today.
Yeah, exactly. All right,
Like,
let's move on to the next one.
yep.
All right, some Pokemon news. I promise y'all we're not gonna inundate you guys like we did last time with Pokemon Day. This is kind of a smaller story. Pokemon Horizons, which is the new anime series post Ash, is releasing its second part, and that's coming out in April 25th.
April 25th.
Yeah, this is part two.
And this is a movie?
Now, this is just a show. So, like, they did the first part last year,
Okay.
so it's the second part. And again, this is post Ash, so we got all new characters, all new starters. The one cool thing I would say is they do have a shiny Rayquaza, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Bro, that Rayquaza looks sick. I was just about to ask you about him. Bro, that Rayquaza looks sick. Honestly, Rayquaza is one of my most favorite Pokemon ever. Now that I think about it.
Mhm.
Because I used to play Emerald, Pokemon Emerald so much. That's like kind of my most played Pokemon game, I think, today. It's definitely that. Then it's Fire Red. Um, both those games were insane. Honestly, yo, I might download an emulator on my phone.
Okay.
I might
Yeah,
download an emulator and play Silver and Gold because I barely played those ones.
dude, that's crazy, bro. I have the same timeline, bro. Like, those are the two that I didn't get to play, or Heart Gold and Soul Silver, like on the DS. Those are the ones I didn't get to play.
Yeah, I want to play Heart Gold, Soul Silver. It barely got, and Lugia is one of. So I think I just fucking love Dragon Pokemon. Like I
Yeah.
just like top five Pokemon that I like that look like dragons: Dragonite, Rayquaza, Charizard,
Let's go.
Salamence. Yeah, that's my top four for sure. Like
Bro, I respect it.
I also like Steelix a lot. He's like a ground dragon, in my opinion.
What? No, dude, he's just a giant rock, bro. Steelix?
He's like a snake. He's like a rock snake.
Yeah, but he's not a dragon, dog.
I know, but it's like the closest thing you'll get to like a rock dragon. You know what I
Uh,
mean?
good point, good point.
He just like he's deadly. Like his face is just deadly. I feel like if you any fire type will wreck him, but like it is what it is.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to say though, real quick, is this series kind of has to add something like a shiny Rayquaza because again, once you lose Ash, like what's really the appeal other than like new kids watching the show? You know what I mean? Like it's very hard to get people to want to watch it without like Ash being on it or Pikachu. So like there does seem to be a Pikachu on here, but obviously it's probably not the same Pikachu. But them adding like a shiny Rayquaza, and I can see like Entei in the background, that will probably help get more people to watch it. So I think that's definitely a dub move that they did right there.
Oh yeah, I mean all those the cover image just looks insane to me. But yeah,
So
don't want to glaze Pokemon too much here. But if you guys are Pokemon fans and want to watch the new um series coming up, also I know a lot of you guys have either nephews or like kids now that probably can get into Pokemon. So definitely put them on because I'm putting my nephew onto this for sure.
Oh. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Yep.
So we have a couple pieces of webtoon slash manhwa news. So we'll start with this one. Kakao Entertainment reported that it has gotten 240 million cases of piracy. Basically, it got 240 million cases of piracy caught and blocked in just the second half of 2024. So they've been working with like a bunch of different legal companies, FBI,
Uh
like that. Yeah.
Navy. The Navy is back at it again. We got the admirals on the case, man. Shit. Um, but if you are trying to become a pirate, join the crew. Or
Allegedly.
allegedly, if you are trying to join the crew, join the Discord. That's our ship, basically.
Uh, yeah, yeah, Jella, allegedly. Now, but what I will say though is this is kind of a good thing because I'm gonna be completely honest here. A lot of webtoons and manhwa, they're like so small. They're all working independently for the most part that like these creators not being able to get even a penny off of people enjoying their website does suck, or their webtoons does suck because it's like imagine you're independent and this is like your only source of income, you know what I mean? And now people are just pirating it and you're like they're enjoying your series, but you're not getting any monetization off it. It does suck. So if you can definitely do support these creators. Don't be pirating allegedly. I was playing. But yeah, I mean that's what it looks like it's going on, bro. Because they're talking about more and more cases that have been caught. So it just
I
looks
mean,
like series are becoming more popular, but so is pirating.
and I think there's a direct correlation between pirating and all these freaking subscriptions having one anime each, or like a
Yeah,
couple anime each. Like, ain't nobody's buying Hulu, Disney Plus, Netflix, Crunchyroll. What else is there? There's like probably like a couple more that I'm not freaking listing. Just there, you're probably spending 100 plus on freaking subscriptions. Like
right.
God, you know what I mean? It's kind of outrageous. I do understand why people do it, but I feel like if they could figure out the consolidation process on that, there'll be a lot less pirating in general. And yeah, if you've seen financial audit, I don't think $100 plus in subscriptions, streaming subscriptions, is a very smart move. So yeah,
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one.
not
All
to
right.
give financial advice or anything, but yeah.
Yeah. Next one is also webtoon related. Line Manga, who is like an online distributor of webtoons, is announcing that they're looking to produce 20 new anime adaptations this year. So, kind of just the backtrack here, in 2022 and 2023, they produced a combined three. So, one in 2022, two in 2023, and then last year they did 12. And now they're like, all right, we're going to do 20 this year. So, that's a crazy increase in productions of like webtoons turned into anime adaptations.
I mean, bro, webtoons from so okay. How many webtoons into animes have you watched so far?
I've probably seen like seven or eight off the top of my head.
And they've all been gas, right?
All right, not all of them. I'll be completely honest with you. Just because like you got to think about it. Like again, a lot of these are independent creators. They somehow get like a nice little deal with like whatever webtoon platform they're on. They get a little bit of recognition, and then they get like a smaller animation studio to kind of produce it. Um, there's one,
Ah,
there's one that I remember watching. It was on Netflix actually, but it was produced so bad, but like the story was awesome. It was just produced really badly. But yeah, not all of them are trash. There actually are a lot of good ones. Like again, Solo Leveling is obviously the cream of the crop when it comes to it. But yeah, I guess it does vary. Just it just sucks because they don't have the same type of avenue that manga do, and that makes it harder for it to succeed as an anime adaptation.
nah, I get you. I get you. Okay, so uh, I don't know. Okay, in terms of the actual production, it's not that good, but in terms of the storyline, what would you say?
So my biggest key difference between a manhwa and a manga is that its story is a lot more basic and it's not as crazy as a manga can be. You know what I mean? Like you can tell like that the editors do a lot more work with manga. They work with the mangaka a lot more than a man would work with one. And that's just because again, more resources are allocated for mangaka than they are for a manhwa. So that would
But
be the difference there.
so from what it seems, it's like once they start getting the production value that they deserve to get or should get, I
Mhm.
think it'll be like a lot better and a lot crazier. I think they just, I don't know how it's gonna happen, but they just need to invest more into these manhwas.
Exactly. I remember the first one I ever watched was either Tower of God or God of High School. Both those came around the same time and they were really good. You know what I mean? And I was like, yo, there's a whole new world of webtoons out there. And like, and once these stories start getting adapted, because again, keep in mind, we've seen a lot of Japanese stories. Like they're all very similar because they're all from the same culture. You know what I mean? This is from a
Exactly.
American culture. So like it's a different look at everything and stories are going to be very different. Obviously, the names are going to be different too. So it's just like a different perspective. And I feel like that just creates more value in the anime industry. So I think that's pretty dope.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we're getting good content and we're getting new content,
Mhm.
and it's also a shift in culture too. I think that just brings excitement. It's like a DLC in a game. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like expansion pass or something like that.
Exactly, exactly. You like the content is completely different, and it's a nice refresh. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So I'm rooting for the webtoon industry. But we'll just have to wait and see. Because again, a lot of stories are popping off. All
But
right, let's move on to the next one. All right, we have a string of a bunch of new anime announced. So we'll start off with this one. You and I are polar opposites is getting an anime adaptation. It's coming out in January 2026.
okay.
Thoughts on the character designs?
She looks very similar to some character that I feel like I know.
The one from Science Fiction?
I forgot how she looks.
Yeah, she had pink hair too. It's probably
Anya?
not Anya. A Sign of Affection was the one with
No,
the
no,
girl.
I know what a sign of affection is. I just forgot how she looks completely. Loki. You know who she looks like? That girl from My Hero.
Oh yeah, yeah, I do see it. She's even got the same colored eyes. You're right.
Yeah, that one girl from My Hero that controls blood or some shit.
She does a little bit.
Yeah. But what's the premise of the story?
Yeah, so this is a romance anime. I'll read the synopsis. Suzuki, an energetic girl who can't help but follow the crowd, finds herself drawn to Tani, a quiet boy who can easily speak his mind. Enter the serialization of a hit one shot, a story for anyone who wants to enjoy love. This down to earth, relatable rom com is ready to pull at your heartstrings.
Okay. So
Basically, you can tell by the title, it's two polar opposites, one quiet guy and a girl who is energetic.
yeah, I don't I mean it seems like an interesting story. Realistically, I'm not gonna take that away. Probably not something I'd watch, but if you are looking to watch something romantic, this honestly does seem like a nice story. So
It
that's,
does.
stay tuned.
All
When does it
right.
come out?
January 2026.
God damn. That's
Yeah,
a long time. We'll probably cover it a couple times more before then.
sir. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right. Another new anime that's getting adaptation from a light novel is The Jack of All Trades was knocked out of the hero's party.
What are these titles?
It's obvious it is a guy. You can just tell by the title.
Like what are these titles, bro? She looks like Urza.
Nah, chill. Don't disrespect Erza, bro.
Damn, bro.
Chill
She
down.
got a special place in your heart, bro.
Yeah, the third.
Oh man.
All right, let me
Um,
read the synopsis. All right.
yeah.
The fantasy story centers on Oran, a swordsman who changed to a mage class for the sake of the quote-unquote heroes party that he belonged to. He even developed a unique style of magic to support the party, but Oliver, Oran's childhood friend and leader of the party, kicked Oran out of the party due to the lack of to a lack of ability. His party's his party members mocked him for being a jack of all trades but master of none, and the party already found its successor. Disappointed, he parts ways with the party and begins solo activities as an explorer. Auron's fate changes dramatically with new encounters, and in one order to protect those who had become important to him, he aims to take his jack of all trades skill to become the ultimate all-arounder.
Okay. I mean, this actually seems pretty sick.
Yeah, it does.
This seems like something I'd get into. So he got shunned from his original crew or whatever because he wasn't a master at one thing, but he was decently good at everything.
Mhm.
So what I'm getting at is he's adventuring by himself and now he's trying to show them who's boss or like what's good that you can be successful with being a jack of all trades.
Exactly. Yeah. So you could tell like he's very versatile. Like he adapted from becoming a swordsman to a mage to fit that party's needs. So like he's kind of like it seemed like he was like a glue guy, but he doesn't want to be just a glue guy anymore. He wants to become like the ultimate can do everything guy.
Exactly, exactly. And then I mean, you know what they say, practice makes perfect. So like if he perfects all the trades per se, he'll be lit.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
Yep.
All right, bro. The next one is a new story called "I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day." That's getting a TV animated adaptation. Long story short, this is a Yuri anime. Do you know what Yuri is?
No.
So Yuri is like a girl on girl romance, right?
Ah, we
So
got
we're getting that, but this has a dark fantasy twist on it.
what do you mean by that?
So I can read the synopsis, but basically, like you could just tell by the pictures, like this girl's got blood all over her. She looks somewhat evil, and I guess that's what I mean by dark fantasy.
I get you. Um, holy shit, bro.
Do you want the
Let's
synopsis?
gonna say lesbians are crazy. No, but-
Yeah.
yeah, read the synopsis.
All right. At the mysterious orphanage where Sheena lives, death is nothing new to his residents. Girls who no longer have families of their own, who are raised as weapons of war, taught to kill and take the lives of others without batting an eye. Everyone, that is, except Sheena, who wishes for nothing more than the growing conflict around her to end. On the night of her roommate's death, Sheena meets a strange girl covered in blood, who smiles despite the turmoil surrounding them. The next day, the girl appears as a new student in Sheena's class and introduces herself as Mimi. Initially thought to be a school myth, there are now whispers in the orphanage's halls that Mimi is their secret weapon, an immortal who cannot die. When Mimi is later assigned to as Sheena's new roommate, Sheena's world grows even more complicated when she begins living with someone who loves and welcomes death, when all Sheena wants to do is stop it.
Jeez, bro. Yeah, seems pretty dark, bro. Seems pretty dark. All I'm gonna say is bitch is going crazy.
Yo, you're gonna get us canceled, my guy.
I'm not saying in general, I'm just saying these.
Yeah, I got you. I'm just playing.
Gotta throw in a little crazy humor in there. I know I know some of the viewers like that stuff, so hell yeah.
Fair. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Yep.
So this next one is called A Tale of the Secret Saint. That is also a light novel getting a TV anime adaptation. Um, any thoughts on this one? Just looking off of it.
Not really.
Yeah, it looks kind of generic, but let's read the synopsis.
Yeah, let's see what's going on.
Dia always dreamed of becoming a knight. Born into a family of knights, she's the least talented among them, but she still clutches to her hope and trains with everyone she has. When the day comes for her to slay a small dragon and prove her worth, she ends up face to face with the dragon instead. A deadly injury makes her life flash before her eyes, and she suddenly remembers her former life when she was a powerful saint in a bygone era who defeated the Demon King. That life ended in pain because of who she was, making her fear ever becoming a saint again. Now that she has magic, now that the magic from her previous life has been rekindled, she may become a more powerful knight than she ever dreamed. If only she can survive long enough.
Honestly, it doesn't sound that bad now that we read the synopsis. What do you think?
Yeah, it seems all right, you know?
Would
Like,
you watch it, you think?
I don't think I would until I've seen other people talk about it. And I hate being like that, but like, this story, like it seems decent enough, but like I feel like I've seen something similar to this before, where it's like, oh, you used to be somebody before, and now you're reincarnated, and now you're not as strong, but like you're starting to remember how you were. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. I get you. But yeah, if you guys are into this type of stuff, when is it coming out?
There's no release date yet.
Okay. Okay. So just stay tuned. We're probably gonna cover it again, realistically.
All right, let's move on to the last and final article of today. This one is kind of wild, bro, but the anime producer Kouichirou Itou is sentenced to 4 years in prison. This is a little bit of a crazy and kind of a dark story, but this is the producer of Your Name, Weathering with You, and Suzume.
God damn, brother.
Yeah, so
What?
bro has he's produced some crazy works. And he's being charged with SA of a minor, bro. So like, yeah, it's very dark, bro.
That's wild, brother. Some crazy shit be happening behind the curtains, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
It
No,
sucks. It's like when you're produced that many great works and you're getting locked up for something that's just like fucked up, bro. It's not good, bro.
exactly, bro. Um, but yeah, I mean, if you're doing anything essay related, your ass belongs in jail. So
It's kind of crazy because he's only getting 4 years.
yeah, is this I mean, I'm assuming it's Japanese, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, definitely don't condone this weird shit. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't even want to talk about it that much, but yeah, I mean,
Go into details, but I'll leave a link in the description because some
yeah,
of it.
exactly.
All right, man. We probably shouldn't have ended off on that sober note, but that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you again to Geek Freaks for taking us under your wing and being a part, letting us be a part of your podcast network. You know, we're gonna do some great things. Y'all stay tuned because I'm telling y'all it's gonna be crazy. Quality is going up, our content is going up, and just overall Anime Plus is on the up. But other than that, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Till then, y'all have a great one. Peace.
Peace.